Alright, so let's just make sure that the stream is set up correctly before I get rolling. Your channel, live now. Make sure my volume's okay. You'll hear me echoing. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So, let me just get a fresh link to it. Pop it in a couple of Discords. And I'll get going. So, this is was the League of Extraordinary Investigators Season 4, I want to say, Return to the Midnight Masks. In the last video, which you may or may not have watched, I was able to get the 6 points on Return to the Gathering, which I was really happy with. I wouldn't have minded getting a little more XP to go into this one, but it is what it is. So I took some time talking about my deck to begin with. This time I'm going to take a little bit of time talking about my upgrades and why I took them. The main thing is this. Look what I found. Level 2, which is like such an amazing card for a solo survivor, and specifically, it's an amazing card for this scenario. So the added benefit is the 1 agility icon, but the 3 skill tests or less while investigating, and then the 2 clues from among your location and connecting locations. That means that I can like do whatever I want to do as Duke and be super happy to just carry on my merry way. If I fail a test, I can get that clue again later. So super, super, super solid. The other thing that surprised me that it's what I wanted to take and that it worked in my test games was Oops. I found that relying on stuff like Daring and Overpower to hit with Duke is fine, and using Fire Axe to fight is fine, but what's really nice is when you can go in with Duke and a bit of money and just swing at 4 with an Oops against someone who has 3 or less fight and just always hit them. So that's really nice. I have to be careful for retaliate enemies, and I have to be careful for the very rare situation in which I attack with a Fire Axe. I'm at 5 money, I use 3 to hit, I pull an auto fail and I oops it, or something, and then I still do 2 damage with it. I don't know, there was a weird rule that came up when I was doing one of my test games that I was like, ooh, I gotta be careful. But it's pretty rare. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get right into playing, because my game was like an hour and way too long last time, and I felt bad for the person reviewing it. I do have 1 trauma from my story decision previously. I will just do a quick search. That's my deck minus the cards that I'm swapping out. There's the 2 look what I found. I'm dropping a Take Heart and a Resourceful. Last game I think I had, or in my test games I was getting both of my Resourcefuls before I got any Survivor cards to recur, so I was just like, I'm just going to get rid of one of them. And Take Heart with Duke, where you have 4, 4, 4, 3 effectively, I just wasn't failing tests, so, and I was already rich, so I figured 1 Take Heart, that's not too bad. So that's what I'm removing, and I'll just huck that into the Netherlands, and I will do some fancy shuffling with that. I got my 5 starting resources, and let's place Return to the Midnight Masks out. I will, get the cultists, and I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's my 5 cultists. My house has been burned down, so I don't need that. And then I need to quickly randomize the locations. This is the one thing that I found was like the weirdest factor in this is that the different locations can have a drastic effect on how much XP I get going into the finale, and if I can get like more than 2 cultists, really, is what I found. I hope my coffee drinking isn't too annoying. So let's do the encounter deck. Let's move the agendas over, shuffle that like 30 times, because I've always gotten the Masked Hunter, and we'll take that. just going to check a quick text from my wife to make sure it's nothing too important. Oh my god, she's sending me a bunch of cat chairs that are like monsters. Oh my god. If I could pull this up from my phone onto the page, I would, because it's really funny. I'm pretty sure that that's all the special setup. Most of that is done on its own. I just did the 2 agenda decks. Yep, I just did that. I randomized the locations. I included the 3 new Cult of Umardhoth guys. I'm still left with a 5-card cultist. If I'm instructed to search an encounter deck for an acolyte, search the encounter deck for any 1 health cultist enemy instead. Okay, so I believe that's that. So I pull my hand. Ooh, starting with Lita. That is really nice. But I really need a little more in the way of investigative stuff, especially if I drop Lita turn 1. I believe this is the location that lets you search for an ally, so I don't think I'll go that way at the start. I might. Well, no, I'm going to do that because all of my test games I went south side, Miskatonic, north, downtown, east. Like it's just what I'm used to and what worked for me pretty consistently. I'll toss an unexpected courage as well because I don't think that's super useful. The oops. So the thing with the oops in the opening hand is it's not useful until I get an enemy, but if I don't have it, it can be disastrous. But that being said, I think Lita is going to help me cover my combat by giving me a constant +1 better than an oops is going to once. I need the investigating strength out of the deck more. And instead, I just got all money, and there it is. There's my look what I found. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm really happy to see. That is awesome. I'm very happy to have seen that. Okay, sweet. Let's get rolling on the scenario. So Ashcan Pete is going to start in Rivertown. It's baby Rivertown. That's really nice. That's really nice. But it does mean that this take heart is going to be a little tricky to trigger for a little bit. And this crack the case isn't giving me any money. But that's okay. I'm going to play Lita right off the bat because I think I need the I need that combat reassurance with what I've got here. I don't have... Oh, and Duke's in play, sorry. That should be obvious. I don't really have that right now. But I'm tempted to go to the Miskatonic Museum University first, because look what I found. I think that's a 3-shroud or a 4-shroud, and I'm like pretty sure it'll fail with Duke, and you'll usually fail within the -3. That's an option, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Nah, I'll do what I'll do what I'm comfortable with. I'm gonna go to Southside. All right, search your ally for a deck, add it to your hand, but I am doing investigate here. I'm currently 2 up with Duke's 4 to 2 shroud. Oh, and there's one thing I forgot to do that I like to do when I set up is I copy and paste the scenario card down here so I can reference it really quickly. -X, where X is 0, so I get that clue. Now, can I afford to crack the case on that? I don't think I want to. I don't think I really want to discard any of this stuff either. I could investigate at 0 and use a take heart to try and do it, but I'd much rather put that into a test I expect to fail. Instead, what I'm going to do is just move to the St. Mary's Hospital. And the reason I'm going to just move is to reveal the clue here, and then let myself get away. Okay, so that's my turn. Investigation phase. The enemy phase occurs. No one's out. The upkeep phase occurs. I ready all of my actions, all of my cards, draw a card, and gain a resource. That's that. There should not be a doom there. I don't know why I did that, but that's fine. There will be a doom there when the Mythos face ticks over. And then I'm just going to shuffle this because I don't remember if I did, and then I'll draw a card. Crypt Chill. Test 4. If you fail, choose 1 asset you control and discard it. So I'll be losing Lita most likely. I don't really want to Maybe I put my take hard into this hoping that I recoup a bit from losing Ledavis early. I think I'm going to do just that. This might be like pulling a 0 and wasting a card, but I'm actually really happy to pull a 0 and waste a card if this passes. So that's what I'll do. A 0, there it is. Okay, so let's continue. I'm going to Duke up to the Miskatonic University. It is the 4 Shroud location with 2 clues. That's very nice for me. I like that a lot. I'm going to take that at even. So I'm 4 against 4. Minus 0, so I actually succeed. But that's okay. That's okay to succeed here. So I got that. This is one of those weird situations where, like, I'm actually really low on cards awkwardly. And so I'm going to do a draw first. And then I'm going to... How do I leverage this? You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to spend my 2 clues to spawn a cultist. And we'll see. I shuffled that before I dropped them, so this should be random. I'm going to spawn a cultist with my last action, and it's going to be Victoria Devereaux in the north side. 5 resources to add her to the victory display. Ooh, that's a really good one to get this early with this crack the case. And this 6 resources I'm standing on. That's really nice. If I get this clue... Oh, wow. That was a really good pull. That was super fortunate. Okay, sweet. Okay, that was my investigation phase. We'll do the enemy phase. I believe she does nothing. I haven't actually ever seen her before. Or have I? No, I just don't remember her. I didn't see her in any of my test games. I never once saw her in my test games, actually. That's crazy. Okay. Upkeep. I'll ready all my stuff. Draw a card and gain a resource. Ooh, Occult Lexicon. That's really good. Man, I'm getting a lot of combat stuff front-loaded. But that's okay. That's okay. Because this is a combat-heavy scenario, I found. Or it's not even that it's a combat-heavy scenario, but if you don't have your combat, it gets you. So that's the upkeep phase. A Doom for the Mythos phase, and then an encounter card on Wings of Darkness. I'm just going to fail this. That's fine though. Unless I pull the Elder Sign, then I just fail it. If you fail, place one of your clues in your location. I don't have a clue on my location. 1 damage, 1 horror. That's going to go on Lita right away. Then disengage from each non-Night Gaunt and go back to a central location. So I head back right there. So what I think I like to do now... is use Duke to come back over. And I'll be doing 4 against 4 again. So I'll probably pull a 0, but if I don't, I get to look what I found and clear 2 locations and get another cultist on the board. But I think what's more likely is I'm going to try and come get her dealt with, or play my Occult Lexicon so I can go deal with her next turn. So I'll be doing that investigate. -2, place 1 Doom on the nearest cultist enemy. Okay, so I do fail, but I do fail within 3. So I pay 2 for my look what I found, gathering a clue from here, and I don't want to return to St. Mary's Hospital ever, I think. I could return to Rivertown, no problem. So that's 2 clues for me. And after an investigator discovers the last remaining clue at my location, I'll gain 4 resources. I think... Probably this. I don't know. I don't think it's relevant for me, but I think that's the correct discard order. So I have 2 actions left. I could move and discard her. And with that Doom, it'll be 3/4. If another Doom guy comes up, I'm gonna want to have that finished. If I'm here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. If the Gravekeeper or Corpse Taker, he'll spawns in the graveyard if you're north side. You have to be really careful about that, because it's really tough to stop him if that happens. But I think I got to take the chance on that. So I'll move up, engaging her. Which location did I get? Oh, spend 5 resources for 2 clues. Oh, man. That is beautiful. All right, and I'm going to parlay her for the 5 resources. 5. Getting that Doom out of play. And throwing her into the victory display. Oh, that feels really good. I'm liking how this is going so far. So that's that turn. Enemy phase, nothing happens now. Upkeep, 1, 2, 3, ready, 1 and 1. That rabbit's foot. It's probably not too late to play that rabbit's foot. Okay. Mythos phase. 1 doom, and then an investigate or an encounter card. 1 clue or take 2 damage, so that'll be 1, 2. Can't spend clues. Okay, so that's that. What I want to do is I want to play my rabbit's foot, use Duke, and I'm actually just going to stay here because I can't. How about no. How about I do this? I use the rabbit's foot. I spend my 2 clues to spawn my next cultist, and then I can make a better informed choice of what to do. Jeremiah Pierce, he's back at Rivertown. Add him to the victory display. Test 4. Place a doom on the current agenda for each point you fail by. I can't pass that, and so I'm going to want to occult lexicon him. And so let's see. How do I do that like efficiently? What I'd like to do is make progress towards getting towards him and also pick up clues. And so what that means I do is I duke to downtown. So the corpse taker can't spawn here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he still can, can't he? 1, 2, 3. No, he can spawn in St. Mary's. Okay. So I'll duke here. Ooh, that's the 4 shroud one. Okay, that's a bummer. Because I don't really... I guess I get the rabbit's foot. Oh, or I just get the clue. Man, I'm getting some really good luck here tonight. So that's actually really quite good. So I need to come kill him. I need to play the occult lexicon and probably do a daring duke or something like that. Or get my fire axe soon. Anyways, that's the investigation phase. Enemy phase, nothing happens. The upkeep phase, ready. There's my fire axe. There it is. Okay. We're on a good pace. I need to prep for the fight of this guy, so I might actually need to slow down a little bit, play my occult lexicon of fire axe, and chill out. He could get doom in the meantime to clear it, to like shorten that timer, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So a doom comes out, and I draw a new encounter card. Attach to the farthest cultist enemy and place 1 doom on him. Yeah, there it is. What does this one do again? He gets +2 health. If he is not unique, it gains aloof. If he is unique, it gains retaliate. So I'm going to just... I'm just going to be doing this parlay. And I'm going to have to, what, do it this turn? Duke, move, parlay, and just deal with the fact that I'm going to fail it. I think that's okay with me. So let's Duke, move. Here. Fine. Ready Duke. That's pretty sweet. And get the clue. Do I Duke move again to get that clue as well? Yeah, I think I do. I'll Duke move again to get the clue, and he'll engage me. This doesn't give him... Alright, so the doom is technically on him. Fine. If it's not unique, it gains aloof. If it's unique, it gains retaliate. So I guess I just take these guys into my threat area, and he has retaliate. And he has retaliate. Okay, but I am going to be investigating here. 4 to 1, which is going to fail, so I'm going to draw a card instead. Okay, lucky. After you fail, when you would fail. So this occurs before this, so I can't lucky now. But I do get to do Jeremiah Pierce's parlay last action and test 4, which I have a lucky to put into it, which is really nice because I didn't have that before, and that can make me put like 1 doom from this instead of enough doom to immediately advance. So last action, we'll do that parlay, add him to the victory display, which I believe immediately deletes the doom, and this goes to the discard. This is risky, but I think I'm pretty sure I didn't have a choice because it would have been 6 anyways. Or I should say, I absolutely had a choice, and I'll be less prepared for this fight now, but I do have a Daring and Overpower and Live and Learn in hand. So, like, I'm pretty comfortable even with just Duke. I can take a hit. That's fine. So I am testing 4 against 4. -2, place a doom on the nearest cultist. There are none, and when I would fail, I play lucky to fail by none, or to now pass. So no doom gets placed. Yep, no doom gets placed, and that's my last action. That was the investigation phase. Enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep, drawing a bunch of cards and readying cards, and a resource. And then the Mythos phase, so I get to 5 doom, and hope to God I don't get a random advancing thing, so I can play my Lexicon and... Oh, +2 Shroud here? Wow. That is... Those are some serious beats the game is giving me right now. That is crazy. Alright, so I'll play the Occult Lexicon, drawing one of them and shuffling those into my deck. I'll play my Fire Axe for 1 as well. And I'm just going to... I'm just going to spawn my other cultist, I think. Yeah, I'm going to spawn my other cultist to see who we got. Billy Cooper in Easttown. I have to kill a monster in his presence. But if I do that, then he gets added to the victory display. So hopefully, this is the monster guy. I can tank him for a turn, walk up here, and get both 2 birds with 1 stone. That'd be really nice. That would be really nice. Yeah, so that's my last action. Enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep phase, ready, ready, ready. Draw a card and gain a resource. There's my last look what I found that I can get these last couple guys out with. And I will, that's it. Mythos phase, a doom occurs, this clears, and I get Narragath. So he's going to spawn engaged with me. He is a monster, and he has 7 health. Wow. This is going alarmingly well. So, engaged with prey, I'm also going to get an encounter card, but I'm going to read this guy first, because I actually got him like once in my test game, so I don't remember how he works. Each investigated location or connecting location cannot parlay with cultist enemies. So does this guy actually have a parlay thing, or is it just a forced ability? It's just a forced ability, okay. So that's that, and I'll see Crypt Chill. Really good that I played all these things ahead of time. I would like to not lose anything here, but I could afford to lose this Rabbit's Foot if I had to. I'll just not lose anything. So I will first swing at him with Duke. For 4 against 3. Yeah, I've got the Live and Learn in hand, so I want to do that. 4 against 3 as my first action. -4 is a failure. After I fail the skill test, I'll Rabbit's Foot for a card. And then after the skill test I failed ends, I attempt it again at +2 value. So I am currently 6 against 3, and I'll commit my 1 Fire Axe to get 4 or 7 against 3. -3 if you fail. I don't fail, so that's 2 damage from Duke. And then I'll trigger Lita to deal an additional damage. I'll just change that to a 3, actually. I will... Ooh, how do I want to do this? I'm going to play the Bloodright. So Bloodright is draw 2 cards, discard... Okay. Discard up to 2 cards from your hand. For each card discarded thusly, you may either gain 1 resource or spend 1 resource to deal a damage. I'm going to discard... Let's see... How do I manage this? I think it's okay to just let him Kerthwack me 1 turn. I'm going to only discard a single card. I'm going to discard a single Overpower for 1 resource to deal 1 damage. And then... last action, no, I'm going to discard another card. Is this how I should have done that? I'm trying to think. No. This is fine. That's fine. Maybe last action I just try to do a Daring Evade. I'll be up a decent amount, and I'll get to draw a card. And then that way I'm not taking a hit from him, and then an attack of opportunity to move him up to to Billy. So I'll do a Daring Evade on him. I'm up 6 against 3. And he has alert, so he will attack me if I fail. Oh, that would be pretty bad, wouldn't it? That would be pretty bad. -3, it's successful. Draw a card when the test ends, and he's evaded. But that's the end of my turn, so I'm just going to leave him there. Nothing happens in the enemy phase because he's evaded. Upkeep, everything ready, so he re-engages with me. None of my stuff readies, but I do draw a card and gain a resource. And then... that's the end of the upkeep phase. The Mythos phase occurs where a Doom comes out. I'm getting low on time. Disciple of the Devourer. Farthest empty location. So this can be only here, I believe. Because 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it could be at the St. Mary's, but I specifically took that clue so I don't have to go back there if I don't need to. After I spawn him, I must either... place 1 Doom on it or 1 of your clues on its location. If the current agenda is not 1, do both instead. So he gets a Doom. I don't have a clue right now. I don't have a clue. I love that. That's great. So that's fine because my turn is move. He'll trigger an attack of opportunity on me. But I'm going to move here. Engaging Billy as well. And then I'm going to go all in on... Oh, do I even need to? Yes, I do. I do need to go all in. So I'll be 8 against his 3 with my Fire Axe. I do succeed, which is going to deal 2 damage plus an additional 1 for Lita. It's going exceptionally well. I kill Narragath. And when I kill him, Billy Cooper also gets added to the victory display. So I'm currently at 4 of my cultists. Yeah, no, it's going crazy good. It's far better than I could have hoped. Far better than any of my test games as well. In fact, I think I'm on pace to get 5. This might even be pace to get 6. If the next couple of draws, yeah. And I got Victoria, whoops. I had cracked the case early with Victoria Devereaux, where I just got to go pay for her. Jeremiah Pierce went to the town center with a doom on him. With which one is it? With the Mask of Umernhoth, and I went and sprinted to him, and I was able to clear him and pass his parlay. So yeah, things have been like super fortunate. I do have one action left, which I think I'm going to use to take $1 because I'm really low on money, and that matters. I'm going to be using my next turn to clear this because I think I need Duke to proceed in this scenario. I don't think I can just not kill this guy. If I want to try and get more guys, I need Duke. So that's that. So Mythos or enemy phase rather, he doesn't do anything. Upkeep phase, nothing readies, but I do get my draw and my resource. Blood Right's really nice to see here. Because I can go just kill him by discarding a card. But I do want to get rid of the Racked after all. So, Mythos phase, Doom comes out. Yeah, Corpse Taker, farthest empty location. And then he's going to get a Doom on him at the end of the Mythos phase. So I believe that's got to be here, and he's going to take 2 turns to get there. Let's see. How do I manufacture this so that I can clear Racked and ever get another cultist? Maybe the best I can do is hunt a couple more victory and call my goal of 4 cultists good. Because I think that I can get more points securing Umerdhoth in the last scenario and getting more XP for the last scenario and making sure I stop the ritual than I can get for these cultists and how much trouble they're worth. Oh, on the other hand, I have Lita out and he's a monster, so I just need to be at his location with Oops and Duke. So let's discard this Racked by Nightmares. And let's how do I want to do this? Let's discard 4 is the sweet spot, and I'm super happy I got here. 4 is the sweet spot where I was like, that is enough tempo for me to have a chance at clearing the ritual site. There is a way I can clear it. I just need to get Lucky Woods. But the question is, do I go get ready to kill him? Now, he's going to move to Miskatonic so that I can move in, fight him, and then head up to get this guy. But how crunched am I going to be on time? And where can people still spawn? I have had a spawn here and here and here. So realistically, if I'm here heading this way to him, and I get clues on the way and I spawn one, it could be like any of them even. Which is a little shitty, but it is what it is. I wouldn't mind getting this victory, nor this victory, and I've got this, look what I found. I think what I gotta do is I'm gonna discard an Unexpected Courage to ready Duke. And then I'm going to use Duke to investigate down into Rivertown. Now, it is a 3 Shroud against my 4, so I'm going to commit the Perception to it to get 6 against 3 Shroud. And hopefully draw a card. Yeah, if I fail, place a clue. I don't fail, so I get the clue. And I draw a card. I'm going to lose all my money soon, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's that. Enemy phase. At the end of the enemy phase, he moves once towards Rivertown or main path, which I'm going to move him there to do. And then the upkeep happens where I finally get to ready my stuff. Discarding all my resources and then discarding Paranoia. And then a Doom comes out. I'm at 5 out of 8. Oh, here we go. That's not a big deal if I fail, and it's actually just a free card to fail. So that's fine. I'm okay with failing that. I'll just drop that clue again. Oh, and I needed to discard this obscuring fog, and that doesn't go there. So I do drop my clue. But that's fine. I can come back for that. And I also failed the test, so I draw a card. Okay. So I'm going to click for $1. I'm going to move to here, and he's going to engage me. And then I'm going to attack him with Duke. 4 against 4. And I'm just going to take that because I have the Live and Learn and the Oops. But the 0 works. I trigger Lita to deal an additional damage to him, and he's dead. Also, he would have 2 Doom right now, because at the end of the Mythos phase. But he doesn't. It doesn't matter. Sorry about that. Let's see. All right, stop. I don't know how to turn this off, so we'll see what happens. So that was that turn. I killed him. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that, actually. That was super fortunate. I didn't have to waste my Oops on that. Because the Oops is nice to just walk in and kill him and not have to worry about it ever. Not have to worry about passing a test for it. So that's the investigation phase. The enemy phase occurs. Nothing happens. The upkeep phase occurs. I ready my stuff. I draw a card and gain a resource. And then the Mythos phase. I'm at 5 Doom again out of 8. Another Disciple of the Devourer. I am 2 from almost all locations. No, I'm 2 from here and 2 from here. So he's going to go there. And he's going to get a Doom and one of my clues, but I don't have a clue right now. Typical. So I kind of need to do a beeline killing them and getting clues, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Duke to walk up here, testing 4 against 3. Hey, Dave. So I'm testing my intellect of 4 against the shroud location of 3, and I think I just take it with what I found in hand. Highest number of Doom on a cultist, so I do succeed, which is kind of unfortunate, but also kind of fine. I don't have the money for that, so I won't be doing that. That's fair. I'm going to move here, and I'm going to... Oh, I have Blood Right. Why would I take attacks against them when I have Blood Right? I'm going to use a Blood Right to draw 2 cards and discard... This Track Shoes is way too late. That for 1 damage on him, killing him. I cannot make use of that. That's okay. And then... Do I want to discard something else just to get $1 back? No, because I'll have 3 money for my Fire Axe next turn, so that's fine. It was Duke move, move, and then the Blood Right. So that's the turn. Okay. I think next turn what I'm going to try to do is investigate here with Duke, hopefully fail, so I can look what I found for those 2 clues, and then move and use my other Blood Right to kill him. That's the plan so far. Enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep phase, ready everything. Drawing a card and gaining a resource. I'm ready as well. 6 Doom out of 8. I don't think I'm getting another cultist. I think that I've dirtled around too much to get another cultist. But we'll see what happens. It's possible. This I'm failing. I'm just failing this, I think. Does it matter if I just fail that? Yeah, it kind of does. I'm going to commit the Unexpected Courage and the Rabbit's Foot. 3, 4, 5, 6 against 4. -2, place a Doom on the nearest cultist. I do not fail, which is nice, but I do have to kill him this turn. So those go to my discard. Investigation phase. Yeah, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do last turn, which is use Duke to investigate here, because it is a 4-shroud location. Uh-oh, -2, Place of Doom. I failed by 2, so I'll draw a card with Rabbit's Foot because I failed the test, and then I'll play Look What I Found for 2 resources, discovering a clue from the 2 locations. Yeah, Dave, I'm trying to play really fast because my last game for this, it took me like an hour and a half to play a scenario that only should have taken 40 minutes. This is not a game. This is not a video to watch for new players, really. And then I'll move, engaging him as my second action, and then I'll play the Blood Right to draw 2 cards, discarding my other track shoes to lose a resource to kill him. Oops, I just deleted that instead of sending him to the discard. Oopsies. And then I will also discard Madame Lebranche to gain another $1. And that was my last action. So that's that. The enemy phase occurs. Upkeep. None of them are Batman. That's a good question, though. 6 out of 8 Doom. In the Mythos phase, I draw an encounter card. Another one. Farthest location, that's right there, isn't it? Yeah. A Doom and one of my clues. I believe it goes to his location. Is that what it says? After you spawn the Disciple of the Devourer, you must either place 1 Doom on it or place one of your clues on its location. If the current agenda is not 1, do both. So we're on agenda 2, so we do both. So I'm at 7. I'm at 7 Doom. So I don't think there's any way for this to. I don't think there's any way for this to happen. But I'll spawn a cultist and see who it is. Herman Collins. He's at the graveyard. And then I'll resign. Cool. So that was a scenario. I got 1, 2, 3 extra victory from those locations, and I got my 4 cultists that I wanted. So that's a happy 7 experience points for that scenario. Is there anything special in the resigned stuff? I don't remember. I've managed to obtain some useful information about the cult and its plans. I can only hope it's enough. So I interrogated. I have to write these guys down. Jeremiah, Victoria, Narragath, and Billy Cooper. And I know that Herman Collins and someone else will be joining me in the Devourer below. And the cultist who got away... Oh, I do look who it is. It's Herman Collins and... Oh, the Wolfman Drew. Oh, if I'd have drawn him... No, he has 4 health. That wouldn't have happened. Never mind. Okay. The Ghoul Priest was already dead, and I gained 7 experience. Sweet. 6, 7, 8. 8 experience. Awesome. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. I'm really happy with that. Minus, drawing every single one of these guys. Like, what was even left for me to have drawn instead, really? Like, let's think about what was left that wouldn't have resulted in me still only getting 4, right? If I'd drawn a locked door, if I had drawn the 2 locked doors, I would have had time to get another cultist. If I had drawn the Hunting Shadow, I would have killed Lita and taken a damage. That would have been fine. There's another Obscuring Fog that would have just helped me fail tests. The False Leads probably would have screwed me. The Masked Horrors definitely would have screwed me. The Hunting Night Gaunts would have been 2 fight actions. That would have been not good. So, like, realistically, the past couple of turns, what was it? I think it was like that, really, that order. If those had been much else, this would have ended up the same way. No doubt in my mind, this would have ended up... There's not much else that could have happened here. But, anyways, yeah, I'm really happy with that result. So, that about wraps that up. Let me think about, for 8 XP, what do I want to do with 8 experience? Wow. I could think on that. The main thing is that I need to investigate even better, because I need to outpace the scenario, and the scenario is almost fucking impossible. And so I need to be able to investigate even stronger than that. And that was pretty good. Like, I was investigating pretty reliably. I'm thinking about the newspaper. That is tech for the final location at the ritual site. It basically lets you discover the two clues, and then just your turn can be I get both clues at the ritual, and then I attempt to solve the ritual twice with those two clues. That can be your whole turn until the doom threshold ticks over. Um, Another option is I don't think upgrading my rabbit's foots is any good because I'm not failing by lots often. I'm failing by a little bit because I have 4, and 3 in my stats. So that's not really happening. Um, I could pay for like a scrapper to help me get through the enemies with just evades. I could also pay for a scrapper if I need to like investigate with fight. If I get the ones where I need to investigate with my fight or my agility, because I only have 2 and 3 in those. But if I'm not planning on fighting, I can really freely commit my oops. So, yeah. Um, an option is against all odds. I don't know if it's a good option, but it's an option. It's a thing I could do. Another option is going all in on a bunch of test of wills. I could just get 2 exile test of wills. That would probably be fine. Upgrade my luckies to the +3 version and drawing a card. That's also really good. Get the nothing left to lose to replace my take heart. That's also great. So there's a lot of options. I'm probably going to have to just think about it. I'm definitely going to have to think about it. Yeah, the exile cards are exactly, yeah. The stroke of luck might be a good idea. Toss that in. Toss that into the ones when I'm trying to solve the ritual, or when I'm trying to like, what is that one location here? I gotta pull that stupid thing out now. I'll pull it out of the main. I'll pull it out of the main one. Let's see, which one is it? No. This piece of absolute trash. This piece of pure hatred. Why does this exist? Matt, you should slap Nate in the face. Is it Nate that designed the core set? This shouldn't exist. This is bad. This is very bad. If I get this, then I might lose. This is one of my failure states of this of of not of not being able to complete the final scenario in any favorable resolution is getting stuck in the twisting paths. This is fine. This is fine. This is not great for me, and this is bad because it doesn't have clues. Yeah, yeah. yeah, you're right. Anyways, so I'm worried about this one, and I could get Scrapper to help with these two. Um, anyways, but that wraps it up. I didn't want to make this one too long because my last one was way too long, and Volt had to sit through me talking for an hour and 30 minutes to score me. So 8 points, or 8 victory, 4 points. Awesome. I'll see you guys next time.